Welcome back to NJ.com. Jackie Friedman here with the Star Ledger's girls soccer expert Gregg Lerner. We've had some champions crowned.
Some expert, by the way. We'll get to that.
Maybe a little bit, like a 33% expert, perhaps.
Yeah, not real proud of that, but go ahead. Sorry.
We'll start with the non-publics, where our winners have occurred already. In non-public A, Pingry beat RBC 2-1.
Yeah, congratulations to Pingry. Huge bounce back. They were disheartened on Saturday, losing to Montgomery, spoiled an undefeated season. And, you know, that's a real precarious spot to be in. I mean, there's a potential for it to go downhill fast or to bounce right back. And to Pingry's credit, they bounced back literally, too. They're down 1-0 RBC at half. They get 2 goals in the second half. So congratulations to Andrew Eggington and his team. Great job finishing with a state championship. Great job.
And then in non-public B, not quite as close a game, Oak Knoll takes a 5-0 win over Mater Dei.
Big win for Oak Knoll. To be honest with you, I had them as a contender at the beginning of the season, but like I think we mentioned that way back at the beginning of the year, that non-public B was very mysterious this year because so much fluctuation with teams going up to A or whatever the case may be. So Oak Knoll comes out and they took Mater Dei's glass slipper and they basically smashed it. But that said, you've got to pay homage to Mater Dei. Coming in at 5-12-1, making it all the way to the state final, getting a sectional championship out of it. Great job by Mater Dei. Jim Gelpy, his first year there, outstanding. And congratulations to Oak Knoll because they really shined last night.
We've got our public finals coming up this Saturday. We'll start at Group 4. The expected Lenape against the quite unexpected Ridge.
Yeah. You know, again, tipping the hat to Ridge. I will be quite honest. I did not see that happening last night. They beat Montclair, undefeated Montclair, #1 Montclair. They beat them 1-0, and they did so in a fashion that is probably the way that you have to beat Montclair. You have to stifle them defensively.
Exactly.
And you know, that's one of those unsung things about Ridge this year is that they got 17 shutouts. And the kids in the back, whether it's Nicole Bates or freshman Jenny Haskell, you know, Brittany Sheehan, Emily Sisto, the goalkeeper Rachel Axe, they play organized. They make you work for whatever you get. You'll get some chances on them, but very limited and probably not the best chances you're looking for. So big job by Ridge last night. Kelly McWhorter, the sophomore, gets the goal that's decisive. And now they'll move on to face the measuring stick in Group 4, which is Lenape.
Exactly. Group 3, Northern Highlands, which you're saying is maybe the most impressive team in the state, will take on Morristown.
Well, there's certainly one of the most impressive. I'm not saying they are the most because that's subjective, but they're #2 in our top 20 right now. 23-0. They've beaten Ramapo 4 times this year, which is no easy task to beat them once, let alone beating them 4 times. And they beat them in so many different varieties, whether it's a tight game or a shootout like the 5-4 game. And then they come back, they beat them on Saturday to wrap up their league championship. What's most impressive to me about Northern Highlands is that they dominate on both ends of the field, and basically in all 3 levels of the field as well. Their defense doesn't give up many chances. Again, another one that maintains its shape beautifully. The secret weapon, which will no longer be a secret because she had such a big game yesterday, is Jackie Reineke, the defender, who may have arguably the longest throwing in the state. If you see a picture of her online, which I happened to see the other day, the torque on her arms when she throws, the ball is almost touching the lower part of her back as she releases, and that gets them out of the back. It also makes them exceptionally dangerous when they have a throw-in, you know, inside
the corner.
Yeah, exactly right. Inside 30 yards, she becomes the ultimate weapon. 3 of her throw-ins result in goals. One of them directly, it deflects off somebody, goes in yesterday, and they beat West Morris 6-0. Northern Highlands is playing like a machine right now, both ends. So they're going to run into Morristown, and like we said in a number of blogs and on the video, Morristown was under the radar, for me at least this year, in South Jersey, but has gotten itself right in the middle of the radar right now playing for the state championship. They grind, man. They really do. They play good defense. And their offense doesn't need to produce much because that's how good their defense is. You know, Steph Toy in the midfield, the senior, probably is the one who gets everything going for Morristown. But yesterday, beating Matawan 1-0, it was Nicole Varell who knocks in the big penalty kick that proves decisive. So Morristown should give Northern Highlands a good match, I would think. But Northern Highlands right now is playing on another level that's kind of scary. But I'm sure Billy Mulvihill will have Morristown ready.
Group 2, Robbinsville, Ramsey, 2 potential contenders, but also weren't who you expected to see here.
Yeah, I had picked Glen Rock at the beginning of the season, but I have both those teams as teams to watch. I believe you can check back on it. Robbinsville, I definitely know I did. The thing that, again, we talked about Pingry bouncing back. Same thing with Robbinsville. Robbinsville, loses to Pennington in the Mercer County Final last Wednesday, has to come back the very next day to beat Shore to win Central Jersey Group 2. Then they get locked up with Haddonfield, and what was apparently a real classic last night. And they get a 2-1 victory in overtime. Christine Levering had 2 goals, including the golden goal. What really stands out for me in this matchup on Saturday is that Ramsey has Lexi Knief, Knief is a fantastic athlete and a pure finisher. The kid's got 42 goals this year. She teams up really well with Addie Jensen up top for Ramsey. And Robinson will probably counter that with Lauren Budzinski, who's a really staunch man-to-man marker. She's got great size, so you're not going to beat her in the air. She's got long strides. She contains really well. So Ramsey's going to find tough sledding, I think, in the final third against Robinson. That match could be one of the best matches of the day down there.
And then in Group 1, this is where one of your picks is still alive here. We got New Providence against Haddon Township.
Yeah, New Providence barely alive. What a huge rally by them last night. They're down 2-0 to Verona at halftime, and Verona was like on that modern day, thing where they came out of nowhere to win a section, and now they're playing with house money, and they're taking the house's money. They're up 2-0 against New Prov. But New Prov shows the heart of a champion last night, and so tough to beat at this time of year. Defending champion scores 2 goals in the second half, and then Alex Schlobom scores in the 91st minute the golden goal, sends New Providence through to the final. They'll be running up against Haddon Township. Haddon Township gets tested on a daily basis in that Colonial Conference, whether it's Haddonfield, West Deptford, the guys, all the teams. Patrice Marrow, who's going to Philadelphia University, real solid up top for them. And they won on a golden goal last night over New Egypt, and it was Marrow that had that one. So, again, I think it's a really intriguing matchup. I think that they're 2 teams that are probably pretty evenly matched. It should give us some good soccer on Saturday, so be there.
Those games are at TCNJ. 10 o'clock game is Group 2, noon at Group 3, 2:30 is Group 4, and at 5 o'clock is Group 1. Plenty of excitement yet to come. A week from now,
good luck to all.
We'll have our champions crowned. Yes. So check the NJ.com and the Star Ledger for all your updates. He's Gregg Lerner. I'm Jackie Friedman. We'll see you next time.